video I will show you how to make this mesh stop. It's really easy to make. You only have to know how to make a double crochet and how to make a chain. I made the sleeve a little wider, but it's on you. You can always make it wider or less wide. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up. Thank you for watching. If you want to make a bigger size, you can add more rows after row 11. I will be using this medium weight yarn. The yarn is suitable for a crochet hook 4 to 5 millimeter, and I will be using 2 or 3 skeins and a pair of scissors, 4 of these stitch markers and a crochet hook which is a 6 millimeter by clover. I will start with the foundation chain of 102. First I will make a slip knot and then chain 102. I made a foundation chain of 102 and I divided my work with the stitch markers. This is the back of my work. I first placed a stitch marker at the 18th chain and then at the 15th, so I count 15th chain, and then I will count 36th chain and place a stitch marker, and 15th chain, place a stitch marker at number 15, and I should have 18th chain left. And now I will fasten my ring, so make sure your work isn't turned. Make a slip stitch into the first chain, and now I will chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and skip 2 chain, 1, 2, and in the third chain I will make a double crochet. I will yarn over, insert, pull up the yarn, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So this is the first square I've made. And now chain 2, 1 and 2, and skip 2, 1, 2, and in the third chain make another double crochet. Okay, so you will continue this until you reach the stitch marker. Chain 2, 1, 2, and skip 2 and make a double crochet. And now I arrived at the place where I put the stitch marker. Again, I will make one more square, so chain 2 and remove the stitch marker. And in this point I will make a double crochet. And now I will chain 2, and in the same chain I will make another double crochet. So this will be a corner. Here we go. And I will put the stitch marker back in the corner. Okay, I will continue doing this the same. So chain 2, make one double crochet, and in each corner you will put 2 double crochet and 2 chain between them. Well, I finished row 1. I made a total of 38 of these squares, including these triangles. And now I will start with row 2. So between those 2 first corners I made 12 squares, and between those sides I made 5 squares. Well, with row 2 I will start with chain 5, and now in each double crochet I will make another double crochet. So this row is going to be a little more easier than the first row. Chain 2 and go to the next double crochet and make a double crochet and chain 2 and make another double crochet. So I will hop over until I reach the stitch marker. Now I will remove the stitch marker, and now I will chain 2, 1 and 2. In the corner I will make 1 double crochet just around those chain 2, and now chain 2 and make another double crochet on top of the double crochet. So this is what my corner looks like. I made 2 new squares on top of the triangle, and I will put the stitch marker on top of the double crochet I made in the middle. So, and now I will continue making 1 square on each square, and in each corner I will make 2 of these squares. So I have finished row 2. I have increased 4 of these squares on each corner. On each corner 1 extra square, and now I will start with row 3. Chain 5, and again make 1 square on top of each square. On top of the double crochet, make another double crochet and continue this until the stitch marker. I arrived at the corner with the stitch marker, and now I will remove it. I've made 2 chain, and now I will make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 2, and in the same space make another double crochet. So it's the same as in row 1, and I will put the stitch marker back in the middle part on top of the chain 2. Now I will continue making 1 square on each square, And in the corner I will do the same as in this corner, and I will repeat row 1 and 2. So this is row 3. Well, I do the same as in row 1, and I will continue, and I will see you back when I'm finished. I've made a total of 11 rows, and this is 78 squares. And now I'm going to make the armholes. Therefore, I will start with row 12. And I will continue making squares until the first stitch marker. Well, I arrived at the stitch marker. I will chain 2, and in the corner I will make 1 double crochet. And now I will chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And I skip these stitches of the armhole and go to the other side. Now I will turn my work. And in this part where I put the stitch marker, I will make a double crochet, chain 2 and go to the next double crochet and make a double crochet on top of it. Now make squares until the next stitch marker in the other corner, and do the same as in this corner. So in the corner where I put a stitch marker, I will insert 1 double crochet, chain 5 and skip this part and go to the other part and make a double crochet in it. And then you continue this row until I am at the beginning of row 12. So this is what my sleeves hole looks like. And now I'm going to start with the sleeves. Therefore, I will insert in the corner and I will chain 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and make a double crochet on top of the double crochet. And again make the squares all the way around until I have reached the chain 5, and on top of the chain 5 I will make 2 squares. I've made the first row of the sleeves and I made a total of 21 squares. So this is how it looks like on the chain 5. And now I will continue making 21 squares on the sleeves. I now made 19 rows in the sleeve, and I'm counting from this part where I made the 5 chain. And if you want to make the sleeves a little flared, you need to add an extra square. So in the start you will chain 5 and then make a double crochet into the same chain. So in the first you will make 1 double crochet. That's how you add 1 square, and you can make the flare as wide as you like by adding more squares. Well, I don't want it too wide, so this is what my sleeves are going to be. I have finished the sleeves. I've made a total of 30 rows, and now I'm going to work on the middle part. Therefore, I will insert in the back. And chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and again make squares all around the middle part in the corner. Under the armpit, where I've made 2 squares, you will also make 2 squares, and I will show you how to make the corner overlap. Now I arrived at the corner under the armhole. I will chain 2 and make a double crochet in the corner. And chain 2 and again make a double crochet. So in fact you can make a double crochet on each double crochet. Chain 2 and in the next corner also make 1 double crochet. So I have finished the sweater. I've made a total of 22 of these squares, and now the length is long enough. You can see the sleeves. I've added 1 square, so it's a little wider. Of course, you can always add more rows to make it a longer sweater, or you can decide to make a short sweater for the young girls. And the length of this is 32 centimeter or 13 inch. And the width is 50 centimeter or 20 inch. So thank you for watching.